Bathtub time with the volcanoes. Oh. Yeah, just a little bit, but we can only see a little bit of you in the mirror. Kit crouching naked in the bathtub. Hi, Audrey. Welcome to Manifestation Bathtub. Manifestation Bathtub is our weekly show where we, the volcanoes, talk about the law of attraction, manifestation, how to get the universe to bring you exactly what it is you want. Who wants more of that? Today's show is brought to you by our friend Jaden. Jaden brings us really cool CBD bath bombs. Let me show you this one. This one is called Woke Naturals. Woo! We've used a little bit of it already. So let's just dump it in.
We had to test it out to make sure we wouldn't get high.
Yeah. Because you know, guys, living in California, the chances of you getting something that accidentally has weed in it are pretty high. Happened to us a few times already. Wow, this one's really pretty. It's all pink. I like it. And
You can't beat it high on a Monday morning.
okay, oh no, we got too much to do. Alright, so ready to get in the bath with us? Today we're going to talk about integrity. What does integrity have to do with manifestation? You might be thinking, manifestation is all la la la. It's all airy-fairy. It's all new age, woo-woo bullshit. But actually, effectively manifesting change in your life and magic in your life requires some integrity, and we're gonna talk about that in just a second. I don't even have my bathing suit on yet. I'm just gonna get it in my underwear, so I hope you guys don't mind. Whoop! Here we go. Oh, it smells nice.
It does. It feels nice too.
How's that view? Look at kids' nips. They are healing up real nice.
Real nice.
All right. Is that enough water?
Yeah.
Ooh, it's warm.
I like it warm.
Ooh.
Hey, doggy.
Hi, guys.
Hi. Who's joining us? Jody. Hi, Jody.
Hi, Jody. I think my Aunt Chrissy is watching. We got 8 people watching right now.
Lamb Chop is
Say
coming.
hi. Lamb Chop just wanted to poke her head. Come here, Lamb.
Hi, Cat.
Lammy's coming in the room. You guys won't probably see her.
This feels so good.
Hi, baby. I love you. She's the best bath buddy in the whole world.
I think that this CBD. Oh, someone's at the door. Too bad.
Oh, well, we're in the bathtub.
Not getting out now. So today's manifestation bathtub is about integrity. And as Rosie was saying that, you're like, how do manifestation and integrity go hand in hand? I thought manifestation was all sunshine and rainbows, and integrity feels really business-like.
Yeah.
So we're going to explain to you how integrity is actually one of the key elements to manifestation. So,
number one most important thing.
So, babe,
what does integrity mean?
That's what I was going to ask you.
What does integrity mean, you guys? Type it in the comment box, in the chat box. Hi, Helena. Hi, Corey. What does integrity mean to you? What does that word represent to you? To us, the word integrity means doing what you say you're going to do, when you say you're going to do it.
And if you can't
do it, then honoring your word.
And
so it's keeping your word when you can, and when you can't, you honor your word. And what does that mean, honoring your word? It means that acknowledging that you're not able to keep your word and recommitting or coming up with a different way to honor your word with the person that you have made some sort of deal with, right?
So Corey says, doing what you say you're going to do add when you say you're going to do it.
Yes.
And then what Rosie said is, and then if you can't, you renegotiate and you let people know
in advance.
So, it's like you say to a friend, I'm going to be somewhere at 4 o'clock. and then you realize at 2 p.m. that you're really behind and you can't be there till 5, that's when you honor your word and you say, hey, I gotta renegotiate. And doing it as soon as you know that you have to renegotiate.
Mm-hmm. And one of the coolest things we learned from our coaching that we did with Life on Fire last year that has helped me really get in touch with what integrity means to me is not showing up with a million excuses. So when you have broken your word, when you have not been able to keep your word, and you show up after 4 o'clock and you say, oh, there was this traffic, and then my car caught on fire, and then I ran over a cat, and then I tripped on the sidewalk and had to go to the ER, and I'm really sorry I'm late. Oh God, there's just all these, there's a million things.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, Carl. And so what the biggest thing I learned is that you don't have to come with a million excuses, because in the end, the other person involved doesn't give a shit about your excuses. They don't care why you're late. They just
care that you're not going to be a dick in the future.
Yeah, and they want to know that you are considering them, that you are considerate of them and their time, and that you consider the impact that you might have had on them by you not holding your word, right? And so what we learned in Life on Fire was that if we were late, so we would have these events, right? And they would say, okay, butts in seats at 3 o'clock. And so if your butt was not in a seat right at 3 o'clock, they would have you stay standing. And then each person who was still standing at 3 o'clock would go around the room, and all they would say is, I acknowledge I'm late and I'm committed to being on time in the future. And if they tried to say, oh, but there was a line in the bathroom. Oh, but da-da-da-da-da. Oh, but I thought my watch said it was 2:57. Then the leader of the event would say, just acknowledge
and come in
and recommit. And so for us, what that does is that sets you free. If you're the one that's late and you are killing yourself inside with excuses, that is going to distract you from the reason why you're there in the first place. And if you're one of those other 50 people in that room that got there on time, and you see the person who's late and they come in and they're full of excuses, they're just taking up more of your time and taking up more of your attention that you should be using to pay on that event that you're attending or whatever, right? So that's when it becomes even more of a distraction, and everybody's attention gets divided. Whereas if you just come in and you say, man, I acknowledge I'm late. I acknowledge that I'm late for our meeting, for what I said I was going to be here, and I'm committed to being on time in the future. You set yourself free, you set everybody else free, and then you guys can just move on.
And so here's the other thing about excuses. When you make up excuses, what you say is, I am not responsible or capable of overcoming circumstances. And I blame others or circumstances or things for me not being in integrity.
Mm-hmm.
And when you say that, when you come up with a bunch of excuses for why you can't do what you say you're going to do, it's immediately a hit to your self-esteem.
Yes.
It's immediately
you're saying
to the universe
that traffic has power over you.
And that you saying to the universe, I can't be responsible for my own shit or take responsibility for how I make others feel, how I impact others, so I'm just going to blame other people and become a powerless little ninny muggins.
I'm going to blame everything else around me, all of my environmental circumstances, but myself. And when you take responsibility for that instead, and instead of blaming it on everything around you, your dog, your house, the traffic, whatever.
Your kids, your foot fungus.
By you taking responsibility for it, you are empowering yourself, which is pretty amazing.
And you were saying, I may have gotten it wrong this time, but I take responsibility for myself, and I'm going to try again.
And when you first start doing this, when you first start living in real integrity in every area of your life, it's very uncomfortable. It's very uncomfortable because the excuses you used to use, they released you from blame. They released you from discomfort. Now you don't have those excuses anymore. You take responsibility for every lapse of integrity, and it's uncomfortable. And it's okay to sit in that discomfort. So just know that when you first start doing that, when you first start making that change, it's going to be uncomfortable. And now, how does this tie into manifestation and magic? Well, think about it. if you are now, after like listening to our explanation of integrity, if you're now thinking, okay, I'm going to be in integrity in every area of my life from now on after watching Volcano's bathtub video, great. Maybe you're just thinking, oh, that's a cool way to look at it. Great. But here's the thing. If you're going to be in integrity with everything else that you make a commitment to in your life, guess who you need to be in integrity with first?
So how many promises do you make to yourself of things that you're going to do that, and those are the promises that you break first. So getting up at 7 a.m. and meditating, exercises, having self-care time, keeping the phone out of the bedroom, or staying away from work until you've done your magic.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're not in integrity with your magic, with your self-care, what you were saying is, I am the least important thing on my list. And when you put that vibration out into the universe goes, oh, you're the least important thing on your list? Okay, cool.
Guess I'll just give my magic to everybody else then.
You're at the bottom of the list.
How many of you guys watching, hi Amy, how many of you guys watching right now put yourself at the bottom of the list all the time? How many of you? Type it in the comments, we want to know. How many of you guys out there have made these commitments to yourself? I'm going to go to the gym every day. I'm going to get a massage once a week. I'm going to eat healthier. And then you find, oh, well, so-and-so invited me out to this restaurant, so I have to go. Oh, well, my dog really needs a walk first thing in the morning, so I can't meditate. Oh, well, you know, my kid needs me to pick them up from soccer practice, so I can't listen to that audiobook I've been wanting to listen to because my child doesn't enjoy it.
Oh, well, even though I said I wanted to quit eating sugar and drinking beer and watching TV at night, let me just do it this one time, and then you sleep in and you don't meditate. Ooh, I got you on that one, didn't I? Here you go, hide.
I'm uncomfortable! Except I did meditate this morning. So you guys, lots of people are raising their hands. They're going, that's me, that's me, that's me. So with your hands raised, I want you to keep raising your hands. I want you to keep them raised, and I want you to agree. Are you committed to doing your magic first and being in integrity with yourself from now on, so that you can become a master manifesting machine?
Are you committed to saying, I'm worthy enough to be in integrity with myself first over anyone else, so that I can be a master manifesting machine? Put your hands up.
Put your hands up.
Put your hands up. And that means saying no to the haters. That means saying no to the people who are time sucks. Mm-hmm. And being okay with saying no. That means saying yes to feeling good first. Mm-hmm. That means saying yes to exercising, to meditating, to doing your yoga practice, to going to your yoga class, to all those things that put you in alignment so that you can choose the best things for you. Who's ready?
Yes!
And so this is what we teach in our coaching program, is do the magic first. Mm-hmm. When you are in integrity with you, then it makes you way more empowered to be in integrity with everyone else. Because you know how it feels, and you know how to generate that feeling within you so that you can translate it to others. And also, when you're in integrity with you first, you say no to the things that you don't want to do. So then you don't even have to have an integrity recommitment or rebalance with other people.
Exactly.
You just said no first.
Exactly.
Instead of saying yes and then be like, oh,
it's like, it's your internal navigation system, guys. So think about like a Subaru. If you're driving a Subaru and you get close to one of the lines on the road, it'll go We have a friend, we love her so much, but she drives a little crazy. And so when you ride in the car with her, it's like and it's like, oh my god.
She got one of those safety things on her Subaru.
It's cool, right? And so I guess so your own internal navigation system will become more accurate and more precise the more in integrity you are. So the more you feed your integrity with yourself,
and the less you feed excuses,
the easier it's going to be for you to spot something that's going to take you out of integrity, and you're going to know that right away, and you're going to see it, and you're going to say, oh no, that's interfering with my commitment to do my meditation, my yoga, all those things.
And
I have to say no.
And ultimately, it's your, like, if you guys are big dreamers, it's your commitment to your vision. Your commitment, I like to call it the 7-year dream. If you are not in commitment with the 7-year dream, and that's what's the most important thing in your heart, then say no.
Yeah, I want to share one more thing, and then we're going to hop off.
Excuses. Clear.
One more thing is we made some new friends, guys. I have to tell you, we've been working on our business, and we've been sharing with you guys a lot over the last year, right? On Facebook, on the interwebs. And we don't leave our house that much. We work from home. We don't have very many friends in San Diego that aren't from our coaching program we were doing last year. I love you guys. But outside of that, we hardly know anyone here. And it's because we love what we do so much, and we've been just going for it.
It's so easy to be in integrity with that because we love it.
Exactly. And so because we've been in integrity with that, we haven't made a lot of real life friends in San Diego. So we made some friends recently who are great. And, they invited us to this like couples picnic thing on the beach, which would have been like the first social event we've been invited to since we've lived in San Diego that hasn't been family or Life on Fire. And we said, okay, we'll come. And then 2 days before the event, we had to say, you know what, guys, I'm really sorry we're not going to make it. Because we were committed to our business and to this challenge that we just finished, which went super, super well.
Super well.
And the friends that we told that to, they're great people, but they were disappointed, because we really like each other, we're getting to know each other, and we had to not come to the thing they invited us to, because it would have been out of integrity with us, with our business, with our souls, with our spirit's work, and we had to risk disappointing these people that are basically our only friends outside of Life on Fire. And so it was uncomfortable, and it was uncomfortable feeling their disappointment and their sadness, whatever they were experiencing from that. But what's great is that one of them just went to a Life on Fire training this weekend where they learned all about integrity. And at the end of the training, he came up to us. We went and said hi to everybody. He came up to us, gave us a big hug, and he was like, I understand now. I love you guys so much. And it felt really good that person, we can continue that friendship with him, and that he is a Life on Fire person now. So.
And the thing is like when you're in commitment to the 7-year dream, when you're in commitment to that thing that lights your spirit on fire and you just want to create so badly, it's more uncomfortable to have that dull, nagging ache of not creating that dream than to say no to people that you might disappoint a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week on Manifestation Bathtub.
Love you.
Every Monday around 10 a.m. Pacific time-ish. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great week.
Also, if you want to learn more about this and get 4 days of practicing it in your life, we're having an event on April 12th to the 15th
in San Diego. It's called Magma. It's a 4-day in-person transformational event.
Who's coming?
Where there's yoga, there's going to be personal development exercises, emotional intelligence building. We'll learn a lot about integrity, and there's going to be just massive transformation happening. It's going to be amazing. All of our coaching clients are coming, so if you want to come and share that magic with them, let us know. Send us a message. Love you guys.
Love you. Wait, Ronan says this was an extra strong, powerful episode. Super great, deep points. You guys are wonderful. Thank you.
Thanks, Ronan.
Bye.
Bye, guys.